GM everyone. Welcome to the TEC Community Call. Just like sliding right in from orientation to the community. It's so fun. It's nice. I just get to start it with an audience. Usually I have to wait a couple moments, you know. It's just me and Zep. Speaking of which, I don't see Zep here, and he usually does the timer. So, oh, there he is. His video's on. Nice. Thank you, Zep. So what we do with praise is pretty fun. It's kind of a way to give decentralized updates throughout the community. Everyone's in different working groups, and so it's nice to give everyone a chance to speak in the beginning of the community call and give an update effectively. But the update comes from a lens of gratitude. So instead of it just being like, we did this, I did this, it's more like, I want to praise this person for helping me with this thing. I'll model it and you'll see, but watch out. If you just came in from the orientation call, you're going to get called on and you're going to have to come up with some praise to dish. So good luck. But I'll start first. You can start timing these up. I want to praise Zep for always doing the timing and always being the background infrastructure, he's like a human DevOps, you know. He's just always making sure everything is operating as well as it can be. So major praise goes to Zep. I also want to praise Tam for the incredible delegation work, passing things to Mount Manu and starting to decentralize the Stewards working group with Nate and Mount Manu. So major praise to Nate and Mount Manu for pushing that out. I also want to praise Labia for the incredible reward system work and talking with Gnosis and trying to spread the good news of praise, and also all the work that she does into researching these reward systems. I want to praise Wonka for the awesome work in Gravity. So many people have been telling me how awesome Gravity has been and how it's evolving. So kudos. And I'll pass to Wonka for praise.
Thanks, Griff. I would like to praise Septi. He's an awesome partner in everything we work together. I would also like to praise Griff. You are like a motor for all of us. Tam also, she's such strong force guiding the community, and Livy. I love working and all the topics that we always have been covering with SoftGov and with all the work in rewards. So huge praise to Livy, to Metaverde for coming back to the community, Chu and Laser for representing, and Bianca, Lynn, and Jeremy and Benz for supporting in Gravity. And I will pass to Angela.
Hello, everyone. Great to be here again. I'd like to praise Patti and Eduardo for supporting the Discord relaunch, as well as Y and Gilles Royale. We had a first call today, and I'm super excited on our Discord updates. And I'd like to praise Shiwei for being the woman in DAO reward system, just beating everybody else in building a model and simulations, where typically the male participants always show off, and he just beat them all. Yay! Okay, I pass on to, I'm not sure who already did.
You're second, so anyone.
Okay, Chewy, hello.
Yeah, hello.
Thank you, Angela. I'd like to praise the comms team contributors for doing such an amazing job. I'd like to praise Angie and Efra for the amazing work and just the initiatives that they are doing in Twitter. I just feel it's fantastic, and their idea about mental health Mondays, I really think that it should stay. So double praise to them for a great work and for a great initiative. Also, Acid Laser, Alan TV, John Jonas, and Mario Rosso for all their engagement around the quantifiers tutorial. I'd also like to praise Tam for all of your guidance. And I'll just do the rest written. And I'll pass it to Nate.
Thank you, Tui. So I want to praise ViViV for his work on the praise bots. I want to praise Mount Manu for updating our sprint issues and engaging with people on the progress. I want to praise Livia for the awesome research she is doing within the reward system and decision-making realm. I want to praise myself for improving on managing all the things that are going on in my life at this moment. I want to praise Mitch for championing the laser tag group and becoming a leader. Praise Bear for stepping up and helping with our transparency efforts. I want to praise Costa for providing support and evaluation on documentation and FAQs. And I'll praise Gideon for leading the Writers Guild and really making an effort to create synergy within that realm. So I will pass it on over to let's see. Pass it on to Manu.
Thank you. Thank you, Nate. All right, well, I have the names. I don't have the content, but I can do this. I want to praise Tam for coaching me and always empowering me to be better and to get more done within the community. I want to praise Edu for always hosting like a really great orientation call full of information, and he moderates like extremely well. I want to praise Nick for all the work she's been doing on the user journey for our Omega onboarding. I want to praise Nate for always knowing how to step in and speak eloquently about what is being done and how it is being done. I want to praise Mert for all the work. I want to praise Angela for being a pioneer in TEC Academy. I want to praise Bear 100 for getting into transparency, and I want to praise the rest. I'll praise myself. I don't know why I'm doing this. I can just do it myself. Anyway,
we're gonna have some walk-off music.
Yeah, I'll pass it to Livia.
Thank you. I want to praise Chewy for experimenting with the structures of comms with transparency and care for the TEC. Praise Ziwei and Maddie G for officially joining our reward system team. Praise Christopher for being an example of a grounded, organized, and caring leader for the rewards working group. Praise Juanca for the great work decentralizing gravity and finding support for many initiatives. I know how important this is for you. I praise ViViV for his dedication to the projects he's involved in and for creating incredible bots for the reward system. And praise Mount Manu for stepping up in the rewards and in the Stewards working group and helping us to be more organized and focused. And I'll pass to Roger.
Hi, I'd like to praise Angela for the 360 sessions that she runs, and everyone that was in the onboarding thingy. I can't remember everyone's names. So that's it. Thank you.
Nice. And you normally pass it. Do you want to pass it to anyone?
I will pass it to. For some reason, I can't see the names. Guy with the skull.
Wait, I missed it. Who'd you pass it to?
The guy with the skull. I can't see the names. The skull and crossbones.
Yeah, let's see. Who is that?
Hi, this is Shardul. This is my
Nice.
first community meeting. I want to praise Eduardo because he for the orientation last week, and I'm here to just observe majorly. Yeah.
Hello. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Sorry, who'd you pass it to?
ViViV.
Oh yeah, ViViV.
So I'd like to praise Christopher Neves Matty for reward system development, Livia and Mitch for pushing discussions in the reward working group and formulating great arguments about how we can add more procedures to the process and document more stuff. I'd like to praise Angela and Patty and Edu for having the sync call today, for setting up onboarding bot for the TE Academy. I'd like to praise Edu for doing an awesome job at hosting community calls. I really love when Eduardo was on. I'd like to praise Manu for doing an awesome job at being a coordinating lead for the Stewards working group. Really appreciate the work you're doing. And that's pretty much it for now. I'll pass it to Evan Jacobs.
Hey, folks. Yeah, I'd like to also share praise to Eduardo for running the orientation session we just came from. Praise to Manu for being the first person to welcome me to this community, and also to Tam for giving me a pointer to praise to Tam for a pointer to the calendar. And I don't know who's still remaining to pass it on to. I don't know who hasn't yet gone. Bear?
Roll the dice.
Yeah, Bear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Bear 100, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I would like to praise Septi for doing all the onboarding in regards to recording calls and the transparency work group. I would like to praise Juanca for also leading the gravity work group call and just explaining what are they doing and how can I get involved with that. I would like to praise Nick because she's also doing a great job in trying to onboard more people into the Omega work group. And yeah, that's it. I will pass it to Roger VS.
Oh, Roger wins. I can pass it for you. This is a fun game. The passing game is probably the hardest part of praise. I'm not gonna lie. I usually just go alphabetical order when I have to guess people. How about Alpine lines?
Hey, I guess I just want to praise VVV for inviting me to an orientation call the other day and mentioning some of the internal processes and structure of the TEC and yeah. So thank you, V.
And who do you want to pass it to?
Oh, I suppose I don't know everybody. This is the first one of these calls I've been on, so maybe Edu.
Thank you. I want to dish praise to the folks who stay here after the orientation call, which is I want to praise Seaway, Even, and I'm missing someone also from here who also stay, and I cannot recall. Anyways, I want to praise Aloysius. It's so nice to see you on orientation. On community call. I want to dish praise to Angela for providing a space for me to support T Academy. I want to praise Gideon, specifically Gideon this week, for making sense of a graphic that was awful. So thank you so much, Gideon, for your support. And I will pass it on to Tam.
Thanks, Edu. So I'd like to praise Mike Brunt for being in your 70s and being here in the TEC. I just find that to be solid gold. Nate for his unique style of leadership. It's like contrarian diplomacy, and I think humility is your superpower strength. Always so articulate and thoughtful. I just admire so much about how you lead. Manu for being such a tremendous working group coordination lead. The sprint board is starting to get momentum again, and it's really all you. Costa for his contributions to Communitas. They're so welcome. Metaverde for the love that she has for the TEC and coming back after she's taken a break to focus on other things. Christopher for being exemplary as a product manager and considerate human and always being an excellent sub board for me personally. And I'll drop the rest in the praise channel. I'll pass it back to you, Griff, to pass on.
Nice. Let's throw it to Gideon.
Hey, I'm going to add to the Eduardo Love Fest today by saying I praise Eduardo for being so easy and fun to work with and just being so reliable. And also, I don't think I've ever worked with somebody who brings so much humanity to work. So I just really want to acknowledge that. I want to praise Guyan, and I want to praise Benz for their willingness, their drive to keep going on these first two efforts on the new publishing work that we're doing, and also to Zepti and to Honka for their patience and work with us as we figure this out. And I will pass to Aloysius.
Thank you. I want to give praise to Juan and Bianca for all the rockin' work that they're doing in the Gravity working group. And I want to thank Chris for inviting me to speak to their community. I did a Twitter space, and I kind of woke up this morning realizing that a lot of what I said is the stuff that, like, I say places where design is happening and things can't change because people are activated by the things I say. But when I'm up in big spaces, I get the validation from my peers that I'm like onto something and not crazy, and that's medicine. I don't know who to pass to. Can you do that, Griff?
With great pleasure. Thank you, Aloysius. Let's throw it to Maddie G.
Hey, what's up, guys? I would like to praise all the quantifiers for their very thoughtful and helpful feedback. It's been really useful in thinking through how to improve the user experience of the Praise app. 5IV for deploying this new version of the bot. I think it's going to be a much nicer user experience, and it added a lot of admin features to make stuff easier. That'll be great. Praise Christopher for being the rock carrying the Praise app forward, doing the hard work of controlling human energy towards a productive end. Praise Mitch for managing hurting all the quantifiers before it gets a little more automated. Praise Livia for helping to take in the quantifier feedback and really always thinking at a high level about the big picture. I want to praise Mert for being so engaged in the crypto space and for everything he's doing in the TEC and in Prime DAO. That's it. I would like to visit more of your working groups and have some more praise for other people, so maybe next time.
Nice. And we're getting down there on people, so I can pass it for you. Let's throw it to Mert. Your last praise.
Yeah, thank you so much, Cliff. So I'd like to praise Edo. I have not been in orientation call time. I just remembered it. I'd like to praise Montano for doing amazing ZenHub codification. This will be very helpful. I would praise Nate for arranging.
Your mic is getting a little, I don't know, just be careful with your mic.
Yeah, sure. Sorry about that. And I would like to praise Chewy for doing proposal inverter art, starting proposal inverter article. And that's it. Oh, and I think we've just had Shardul, maybe.
Sure, but let's give. No, Shardo already went. Let's throw it to Zep.
Oh,
no worries.
Thank you, Griff. I want to dish praise to Mitch for all the work like he's doing back in the scenes, like cat harding everyone in the reward system. He's also in money processing at the same time. It's awesome, like how efficient he is. I want to dish praise to Chewy for always searching for new tools like the mirror thing and then the D-work, and also answering me questions regarding D-work. I want to dish praise to Juan for being such a great leader. I want to dish praise to Griff for the high vibe around Burning Man and working also on money projects inside the TEC. I want to dish praise to, actually all the developer work in the rewards like Vibe, Neb, Mati, Nebs, probably more people, Nagen for all the analysis work. It's awesome. I want to dish praise to Christopher for all the reward board work. Engaging discussions, and I'll keep the rest in the praise channel, and I'll pass it to it's hard now. What about Sab 849?
Sab, do you know the praise game? Do you want to dish any praise to anybody? No? Oh, the mic is still muted. So let's throw it to Chewy, and maybe actually Z-Way, maybe you could pronounce your name for us and help us all get it right.
Yeah, thanks. Zhi-Wei. Zhi like giraffe and Wei. Yeah. And I'll praise Levy and Angela for bringing me from the academy to here, and Grip to introducing me to all the amazing people. Nogan and Christopher helping me get on board with the RAD dashboard task and giving me all their interesting ideas. And also the onboarding call today, I feel a lot of warmth from Eduardo, Tim, Montemanu, Nate. Did I forget someone? Mert, yeah. I'll get used to all these names as time passes. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Jue. Really appreciate it. And Sab, I'll give you one last chance if you want in. Do you want to dish any praise? I'll take that as a strong mute of no thank you today. And let's so we can start the community call number 76. Welcome to the channel. Zep, you're still unmuted. Thanks, buddy. That keyboard sounds really nice, though. I hope you all enjoyed Praise. Praise is our favorite way of doing decentralized updates throughout the community. And we have a new Praise bot. So instead of !praise, it is now \praise. And you have to hit tab. So it's a little bit more connected into Discord. Major praise to ViViV, the mastermind behind all of our bots, of course. But don't be afraid. Don't save all your praise for Thursday. The best time to praise is in the moment. Whenever you're feeling the gratitude, like let it out. Go into the praise channel. Go into any channel in Discord. \praise and throw out the love. Praise does get quantified and turned into TEC tokens for everyone through our reward system. So you're not only dishing gratitude, you're actually dishing money. How cool is that? Another thing we like to do in this call is turn on the videos and say cheese. So yeah, we like to get little snapshots of all the people who are online. So if you're down to throw down your beautiful face, then I'll quickly read the vision, and we'll get someone will take a screenshot eventually of this thing. So the vision of the TEC, our vision is to enable the creation of ethical, safe, resilient, and diverse economic systems to benefit societies around the world. What a great time, right? Okay, put on that smile, yay! And we'll keep moving. Okay, so the way we keep these smiles smiling is by gravity. Behind the scenes, if there's any conflicts or anything going on, we can always have gravity to call on to resolve the conflict before it gets really big, right? So if you ever feel something weird or you see there's a challenge between people, you can fill out this anonymous type form. Well, you can put in your name too for further outreach, which is always really nice. We can also do it anonymously if you don't want to if you want to have async communication around the issue. But if you want synchronous communication around the issue, you can also reach out to any of the active gravitons in Discord. There's a great list, lots of active gravitons out there. Major praise to Wonka for making gravity a thing. And the other way that we stay all happy and lovey-dovey is advice process. We're all making decisions all the time, and sometimes those decisions actually affect a lot of people. So before making decisions that affect a lot of people, go consult the people who will be affected by the decisions. And if you want to go extra, definitely, we have lots of experts in our community. Go consult the experts on the topic before making this decision. So that way, everyone feels like they were informed and you have all the information to actually make that decision. So yeah, and the other cool stuff, we actually have a DAO, we do this token weighted voting thing. It's pretty fun. So there's a few votes out there that I just want to highlight. Oh, that's right. It's got to load. There's the vote for the legal working group is really cool. So this is a contingency fund and a retroactive bonus for, so $10,000 to just have sitting in a legal multi-sig that will be there in case we need to pay a lawyer to do anything. Hey, we launched a token. It's a good idea to have some money sitting aside. And also $2,000 to reward the lawyers that helped us and that were working basically for free to support the effort. There's also dog fooding the proposal inverter, so an inverted proposal for the proposal inverter, so it's super cool. $30,000 going there. Looks like it will pass eventually too. Both of these are set to pass eventually. And also we have a vote to update the fees. So we are going to update the tributes to move them from 16 and 5 to 14 and 6. So definitely check that out. We still need, looks like we still need about a little over 3% of the vote before that will pass. So we have 3 days to get 3% of the vote to narrow our range again. So yeah, that's what's going on in the DAO. And one last reminder, I think this is our last time that we have to deal with this. Daylight savings is a bane on the existence of all remote teams, and it doesn't end. It will never end. Well, hopefully it'll end. They're talking about ending it, I hear. Let's talk about ending it because it's horrible. Europe just changed, so your schedules might be all messed up. So sorry about that. Sympathize, empathize. And Mexico changes next week. Yeah, but then it's over. Then it's over. We don't have to worry about this. Like your calendars will be set. But the cool thing is that we don't have to. We can take this crisis as an opportunity, and we can actually change times. So if any of your working groups that you want to go to are not really the time doesn't work for you, we already switched Stewards and SoftGov. We can also start changing other times too. This is the best time to change times. So put together a doodle or talk to the people who are in working groups that you can't go to normally, that you want to go to, and see if we can switch the calendar up so it all works out. And with that, I'll pass it to the steward of stewards. Well, I don't know who it is anymore. Who do I pass to, Tam? I'll pass to you and see who you want to pass to.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do it today. Maybe Nate and I will do some rotations, though, more often. So today is the end of Sprint 31. Tomorrow we'll be starting Sprint 32. So let me share my screen. This link for the Sprint board will take you to the Sprint board. And if you want to see what the different working groups are doing in the TEC, you can go to the current Sprint and we'll see the issues that are being worked on. We start our planning for the next Sprint tomorrow. So the next slide, just a reminder, or I probably can take this off, but I just want to welcome again Nate as co-steward of the Stewards Working Group and Mount Manu as the Stewards Working Group coordination lead. They've both just absolutely been killing it, which is really, really cool. So at the end of each sprint, we always do a sprint retrospective. Why do we do this? Empiricism and lean thinking. And so this quote that I like to keep in the agenda, empiricism asserts that knowledge comes from experience and making decisions based on what is observed. And lean thinking reduces waste and focuses on the essentials. So that's what we try to do at the end of every sprint, to see what worked and what didn't work, and then to adapt based on the things that didn't work, and to get rid of the things that didn't work. Our sprint retrospective board just have to stop and give a shout out to Ivy, who creates the Ivy Arts, which out of the voting stars every single sprint, and they're usually pretty exceptional. So just have to take a moment to thank Ivy for her whimsy. You know, this was a really interesting retrospective. We had so many things that we could celebrate that went well, and plenty of things that we thought we could do better. And when we got to the actions to improve, I felt like there was just a lot of new thinking that hadn't come up before. Sometimes the actions to improve sort of have come up before, but there was some really new thinking here. Also, Mount Manu led the sprint retrospective today, and he did an excellent job as well. I just wanted to share that too. And the two issues that we thought we would bring into this next sprint is having TEs in the TEC actively looking for projects to help consulting for other projects, and plan for higher outreach for educational events. So do more outreach for the educational events that we host and support. And these we will dig into a little more on our sprint planning tomorrow. What are on the steward's mind this week? This week we talked about, of course, as Griff mentioned, changing some of our calendar dates around, and the steward and SoftGov are trading places. So we're going to be swapping our weekly times. So the stewards working group will start meeting on Tuesday evening, or Tuesdays evening if you're in the CET, and SoftGov will meet on Wednesdays, and that starts next week. We did talk about the monthly compensation, so it'll be our second month of distributions for the Stewards working group. Just a note about that. The process that we're using is to drop a note in the monthly compensation Stewards, thread and the Stewards working group channel to keep everything open and transparent. And the other thing that the Zeptimus shared about the Dune dashboard is that in the dashboard, you can go down, scroll down to see, I guess it's here, the multi-sig treasuries. So if you go to the Stewards working group, you will see each of the distributions that happen. So many great things on this Dune dashboard. So go for many reasons, let that be one of them. We also talked about, as Griff mentioned, the votes that are up. We review those every week. And the Twitter spaces that is upcoming. We did some check-ins on the projects like rewards and the proposal inverter. And Chewy gave a demonstration of how Teams is using DWork, XYZ, which seems to have such great potential and is working really great for our teams. So I think other working groups will be also starting to use it as well. Lastly, I want to say it's the monthly Token Engineering Academy, Token Engineering Commons Intro to Token Engineering. Eduardo will be presenting on behalf of Token Engineering Commons, and it's tomorrow at 3 p.m. So do make sure you don't miss it. You know, I always end with a public service announcement. Twitter retweets equals love. And there are so many good tweets to retweet, but you know, praise and reward system is really hot in Web3. It's totally on fire, and the TEC is on the forefront of these initiatives. So if you have to choose if you can't choose which tweet to retweet, please retweet this one. And without further ado, I'll pass to Juan Carlos with Gravity.
Thanks, Tam. Well, the Gravity Working Group is a project that aims to foster competence around managing conflict in decentralized organizations. And we do that by attending cases, as Griff mentioned at the start, but also we have a lot of educational activities for prevention and for building competence and training skills. So for that, we are having two big educational opportunities that are really cool, and I really invite all of you to join. That are on Tuesdays. We are having a practice groups on deep democracy and liberating structures. Each Tuesday, we try to use two tools to learn about this framework that helps to build like social dynamics in a very healthy and productive way. Also on Wednesdays, we're having our coordination call. And on Thursdays, after this call, right after this call, you want to stay because we will have the book club, and we are reading the book Who Do We Choose to Be by Margaret Wheatley. Today we are going into chapter number 3 about information, and you don't have to read the book, you know, to join our call. It's a very like collective sense making around the reading of the book, but as the book talks about multiple subjects, I am sure that even if you didn't read the book, you will have something very important to talk with us. And yeah, we are also planning to launch to publish an article in these following days, and we will start the third Graviton training in the 26th of April. So what is a Graviton? A Graviton is a certified mediator by Gravity. And when you do the Graviton training, you are able not only to collaborate in Gravity, but if you want to, you can also mediate in cases that we gather from different communities. So everyone is invited to collaborate and to contribute in Gravity. Also on Fridays, we are having psychology and mental health research led by Bianca. So Yeah, everyone is invited to our activities, and thanks for this moment in the community call. I will pass it to SoftGov.
Thank you, Juan. So just sharing again that we changed times with the Stewards working group. So now SoftGov happens every Wednesday at 1 p.m. EST and 7 p.m. Europe time. And continuing with the accountability talks we've been having and just looking closer to it, we received an update from Sam that the first proposal that passed, the first proposal to be submitted, because the first one that passed was the T Academy, was fulfilled. So they sent out all of the metal plates for the NFTs. So the arts are with their owners already, and that was great. It was great to hear from Sam as well. And this is just also a reminder for anyone who has submitted a proposal or who will submit in the future to always keep in contact and keep the community updated about the status of the proposals. It's great for everybody. And I also want to share this restructure happening in the forum. It was very confusing before to understand how to submit a proposal if you just landed in the forum at first. So my internet is slow. Sorry. So I changed, instead of just having one place for all the proposals, having them separate. So there's advice process and a description of what it is, conviction voting, Tau voting, and snapshot. So we'll be able to see whenever there is a new proposal. See here, I have two unread. Like, this is easier to keep up with what is happening, even before having to check on Gardens or on Snapshot. So we'll have hopefully communicate better and have them more visible. And also, I just wanted to share what's going on in SoftGov. We continued this week the discussion we had last week, and then that we brought to the council, that is how to understand the boundaries between working groups, services that are only for the TEC, services that are coming from TEC-funded working groups to external parties. How could we create consortiums? Could we create a circular economy for TE projects that want to use some of the TEC working group services and could perhaps lock some mint and lock TEC tokens? So it feels like a big discussion that we don't have a clear understanding of how to move forward. But there was more input in this call, which was great, and some contributors are willing to go through this and figure it out what's the best way to organize these thoughts. So if anyone is interested, also just send a message on SoftGov and we can continue working on this. And with that, I'll pass to Communitas.
Thank you, Livy. And so Communitas working group meets in 3 different spaces. The first one is a weekly call that happens every Monday at 8 p.m. CET. We have the orientation that was just changed Thursday, 7 p.m. CET. And then we have the TEC launch on Friday, 4 p.m. CET. So basically this week on Communitas, we were working and talk about the FAQ. Just to provide context, the FAQ means to be frequently asked questions. So basically, one of the guides that are on training named Costa, he went through the Discord and searched all the questions that were asked recurrently back to December. And he pulled this into a document that we will try to extrapolate to the Gitbook in a way to have all these questions in a space that is accessible for guides that provide support, but also accessible to the rest of the community who may be asking the same questions. And by doing so, we also talked with Nate about updating the Gitbook. There are some sections that were empty, so the idea is that we sort of fill the gaps in the things that are empty on the Gitbook or are outdated, because there is a bunch of information that is it's from the archive or is historically there, but they are not accurate anymore. So we are on the effort to update this information on the Gitbook. Also, we were working with Gideon and the update for the workflows. Just to provide context again, there was this document Gideon prepared, and based on that, there was 4 proposed workflows based on different aspects of the journey for the user, meaning, for example, the onboarding, then we have the self-assessment of the individual, then we have working group, cooperation, and then we have community sort of efforts for community building. So we are creating workflows in a way that we can assess and understand how a user navigates through the TEC in a way that is smooth, and how we can foster and provide the safe space for everyone to go through the TEC seamlessly without an effort. I want to thank everyone who is on this screenshot who joined the orientation call that just happened before this community call. Thanks for the folks who were new and asked a bunch of questions. They asked questions regarding the praise system, who is gaining a lot of traction lately. So that's very nice to have. So there is an open invitation. If you are a contributor to a TEC and you want to share your perspective about the TEC, please join the orientation call. We opened the question with this week with the question was, what is the TEC for you? So Tam and Mert provide their version of what it's a TEC. So it's a fun space, orientation call. Please join if you feel like and if you have the time to. And with that, I guess I will pass it on to Mert if you are still here for the Mega Working Group.
Hello, I am here. Thank you so much. Omega Working Group is our working group where we explore token engineering ethics. So this week we will do our token engineering consilience library regenerative workflow. So we will decide how we will work to build this library in terms of our creative work sessions. Let me talk a little bit about the initiative. So this is an initiative to create a transdisciplinary token engineering library. So this will be an interactive library where newcomers and also experienced token engineers will interact with knowledge. So we will meet on Wednesdays, 8 p.m. CET. So if you are interested in token engineering, it's not orientation. I'm sorry. Yeah, so these are our updates for this week.
Thanks, Mert. I think I can take it for TEC Labs, although if anyone from the labs wants to hop in and add something, especially ViViV, feel free. But I'll just, in fact, maybe you could talk really quick, ViViV, about something in Discord Armory. Sorry to put you on the spot, but I don't know if there's anything you want to say about that.
So this week we did last week actually, the current week call hasn't happened yet. Last week we did some text commands, but this week we'll be doing interesting new / commands in the course, and an example of that command of those kinds of commands will be shown today later whenever we're demoing the new Bracebot. Yeah, it's really interesting, and things have been going slightly slow but steady. So really hopeful to see where this goes with labs. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, if you want to be part of the Discord army, Discord bot army, actually Discord bot creating army, then definitely come to the call tomorrow. It's at 10 o'clock Ecuador time, so I think that's 11 Eastern and 8 Pacific. And I don't know what time it is in Europe. Oh yeah, I do. It is 5 p.m. in Europe. So definitely come to that call tomorrow. And it's a lot of fun to learn about how to play with Discord bots. There's also a proposal inverter DAO to DAO models workshop. This happens on Wednesdays at 9 a.m. So if you want to know more about building models and all of that magic, definitely jump in. The proposal is live. Let's get rid of that going. The proposal is live. So if you love the proposal inverter, don't be afraid to go rock the vote. And there's also, man, I'm giving all these things. I feel like other people can speak about this better than I can, but the TE Fundamentals course, pre-registration is open. I'm sure Angela will talk about that in a few moments. And Longtail Financial and Block Science both have awesome open office hours. So if you want to wax philosophically about token engineering, this is the spot. We have Tuesday and Thursday at noon West Coast time, and for Longtail Financial, and Thursdays at 9 a.m. West Coast time for Block Science. And there's this awesome event if you want to see all of this stuff and more, and have it on your calendar. There's the TEC Labs calendar. So just add that to your Google Calendar, and then you'll know exactly when all of the cool TEC token engineering affiliated stuff is happening. With that, I'll pass it to Chewy for the comms working group.
Thank you, Griff. We used to have all of the teams calls on Monday, but now we have the marketing team, which is formerly the HubSpot team. We are rebranding that team. So we have 4 calls on Mondays, and then one call for syncing on Tuesdays, and then a general sync after that call. So some of the updates that the working group has been having is our funding proposals are up. Our last one is the marketing team proposal. So you can, I actually finished that while this call was happening. So you can go in the TEC Garden and check it out. And we also added some updates in the original forum post. Just following up with some ideas that we've been having about some of the teams. So if you want to engage in that discussion, any feedback is greatly appreciated. And some of the updates that we have in each team are the T Academy team. The D work is up and running. That was a huge advance for contributing to the transparency of this team that we had this week. And then the animation and video production has some new ideas that you can find in the updates for the proposal. The marketing team is starting a bi-weekly newsletter actually this weekend. So yeah, you're going to be hearing from this team. And we also just uploaded the proposal. So if you want to support this, make sure you stake your TEC tokens with our proposal. The translation team is also laying down like all of their stage 1 steps in the D work, so you can check that out if you want to see like some of the progress, and actually some bounties that we've been seeing that are opening up. So if you've been engaging with the community and you're interested in contributing to these either translations or QAs, make sure you apply for those in our D work. And for the Twitter planning team, we've been covering mostly the updates and also syncing with D-Work and just laying down like all of the organization with that. So those are some of the updates. And we are missing a meme this week because we need more memes. So you're also going to be hearing about comms trying to push for the meme parties to start happening again and just generate more of this amazing content that really has like the community really has like a very amazing meme master. So yeah, let's put that to work. And with that, I'll pass it to Septimus in transparency.
Thank you, Chui. Yeah, on transparency, of course, like let's push those memes. I'm really missing those memes parties. Yeah, we need more content. Let's join those. On transparency, we meet every Monday on 5 p.m. CET. Yeah, right now, like make sure I read the TC terms and conditions protocols, terms and disclaimers. So all the calls are being recorded, and I want to acknowledge actually like everyone who's recording calls, like Juan, Tam, Ivy, YGG, myself, and of course Bears. Like he now jumps and get a lot of recordings. Actually, this is a dream. Like everyone is getting recordings done. So yeah, thank you everyone. And I actually want to, yeah, we're still working on the audit, and actually like we plan to make a financial report for the next council. So please check this call. And actually, something I wanted to bring to this call is on the TEC, the decision tracking document. If you go there, probably it links you to the advice process part. Yeah, and then we're having a discussion with Rachel. Like we, as a community, we need to keep when we make a decision on advice process and then we push it to a proposals or not. It'd be nice like if we keep a consistency in the title. Like for instance, like we'll have some decision, and it was myself, so I'm the first who need to start doing those practices. Like where in advice process, I had one title, and then it went to a decision snapshot, and then it had a different title. So it's it was difficult to track it. So if we have this consistency, it will help us to actually monitor ourselves and have more accountability on how we make decisions. And with that, I'll pass it to Griff for legal.
Yeah, legal working group meets every 2 weeks. We meet tomorrow at 10 a.m. Oh man, I better check. Let me double check. Yes, it's 10 a.m. Eastern time and 4 p.m. Pacific. These times are right. Amazing. So yeah, we'll meet tomorrow. If you want to come, if you know any lawyer friends, definitely invite them. We have some great legal discussions. We also have a proposal up right now in the gardens to make sure that we score enough money for like a contingency working group, contingency legal issues. So that's super cool. Please vote for that. And the next step for us, we actually have the terms and conditions ready for changing the agreement, but we want to make sure that there's no other changes to the covenant before we put it up for a vote. But there will be a vote coming soon to change the covenant and add some terms and conditions for conviction voting. So yeah, that's it. Let's throw it to Livia for awards working group.
Yeah, thanks, Griff. I'll be really quick and I'll pass right to Viva because we have a demo today. We have the new praise bot. It's super exciting. So I just want to say that the Quant 4 round 4 is closed. And we had a praise quant review session today, and there's always really great information coming from there. So if anytime you're a quantifier, be prepared to come to these meetings after the quantification because they're so valuable for us. And become a quantifier, and you'll learn how with ViViV, and also how to receive praise and to use the new bot. I'll pass to you, Vi.
Hello there. I hope you all can see my screen. So this is a burner account over here, and I'm gonna quickly try and place someone with the new bot. So we're all aware of the old bot commands. You've all seen them over here. So let's try the new bot. But it's /praise, and then you have to press tab, or you can click on this. So first you're gonna have to mention some receivers for all this. I'm just gonna place Griff. Organizing community call. Oh wait, I don't have praise giver role. I can't praise anyone. So this is essentially intended to have like an onboarding effect. Before being able to give praise, you're gonna have to get the praise giver role from a guide or from anyone in the community. This is just to verify that you're a legit human being who's contributing to the TSC. Alright, once the role is added, I just add the role to myself to this alternate account. And let's try to run that praise again. I still can't praise because my account is not activated, and the bot tells me to run these /activate command. And if you're already if you were already using the older system, you just want to run this command and you should be set up for praise. And the bot gives you a link, and you have to click on the link and sign in with the MetaMask wallet. And just quickly going to do that. Switch to a different account. Right. Okay, my account's been activated. I can close the window, and then I should be able to place people. The bot acknowledges praise, and this praise should show up in the praise dashboard. So just to demonstrate that, I'm just going to praise myself. All right. Yeah, if you get praised, the bot DMs you a message. Just says, congrats, you have been praised and you can view your praise. It gives you a link. Okay, that was my praise. Let's open my praise dashboard. Just give me 1 second. So this is the praise. This is the praise account for my main Discord account, and this should mention the praise that was just received by me. Yeah, this is a test dismiss this praise. All right. Another new feature that we can just quickly talk about is the forward command. And this is just to, so you might have noticed that we all like to praise during the call, and this praise gets transcribed by transparency, particularly Ivy or sometimes Manu. And what this does is this kind of pollutes the data because we don't know who the giver is. To ensure that there's more direct relationships between the giver and the receiver, we made this command called forward. And I'm just going to forward a command from forward a praise from my test account to myself. I know this is weird, but for now, this is just for testing purposes. This is another test. Dismiss place. All right, so I was able to forward the forward a command on behalf of another account. Now, a point you notice that not anyone can't forward the place. Only certain people can. And that's mostly for security reasons. Ideally, we'll only give access to the forward command to anyone who's in the transparency working group and is actively engaged in this development. As you can see, like the other account that didn't have forwarding permissions isn't able to forward praise, but this account can. And that's about it. If you were previously using praise, you can.
Thanks, Vi. Oh, nice. We lost your sound though.
If you were previously using praise, you can run the command /praise in the Discord server and activate, and you can praise people. But before doing that, you'd have to run the /activate command. If you did not have access to praise and you're just new to the community, you'd have to get on an onboarding call or talk with a guide and get the praise giver role, and then you can run the command /activate to activate your praise count. That's pretty much it. Pass on to you, Greg.
Nice. Well, I think we're just gonna. I feel bad because there's a lot there. Yeah, major praise to Vi and the whole reward system working group for getting to this major milestone. But we only have a few minutes left. We might go a couple minutes over. I want to give Angela the floor to introduce the Token Engineering Academy. And no proposal spotlight today. I'm so sorry. We just have to do it next week.
Okay. Hey, thanks. I already tried the new Discord board. It's really cool. So I don't know. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll be quick. T fundamentals, status update. We'll work with General Magic on the design for the course platform. And we'll have a new Discord for our Discord, new onboarding, as mentioned, with Vai and Eduardo Patty, Chile Royale working on that. And T fundamentals. Imagine. So far, the course is live in Q3. We have collected 965 signups. Unbelievable. And there's more. TE360, this is a program to on-ramp all the new signups to the TE Fundamentals course. It happens every week. And we've just got a confirmation from Ethereum Foundation to fund this program, to have them on board and make this part of the Road to DevCon program. And in the first 2 sessions, we had more than 100 attendees. This is a slide. I don't know if you've seen them last week. The CAT study group, Peter runs the session on a weekly basis. Peer learning for CAT. It's on our TE Discord server, CAT study group. And it's define your own learning goal, small, large, huge, beginner, advanced, and work together with your peers. And last but not least, we'll be at DevConnect Amsterdam. And if you are planning to be there, ping me at AKRTWS and I'll add you to our Discord group. I would love to catch up. I would love to discuss with TEC people, feedback on TE fundamentals, give and take, the plans we have to get the sustainability loop going. This also is related to the question of inflow and demand for TEC. Then also there are a lot of interesting TE-related events, and let's make connections and just hang out in the co-working space. So just ping me and I'll meet you in Amsterdam. That's it from TE Academy.
Thank you so much, Angela. I'm sorry that you had so little time, and I'm really sorry to skip the project spotlight tonight, but we'll definitely set it up for the next one. Thank you all so much for coming to this great community call. Praise for coming, and hopefully we can forward that praise as well. Now we have all the tools.